Hello, Nat, Nanny Goat Tarot, and I have one of my favorite decks that I have ever owned today. This is the Caroline Myss Archetype cards, and it is an 80 card deck with instruction booklets. USA, Canada. It's the same in USA and Canada, 1995. Archetype cards are ancient universal patterns of behavior that are embedded in what Carl Jung called collective unconscious. Caroline Myss has created a unique set of 74 archetype cards, each individually designed to provide the basic light and shadow attributes of a different archetype. The deck also contains 6 blank cards, which you can create your own archetype. So the blank cards are... The card stock is glossy, so I'm not sure what you could do with the blank cards. I don't know what kind of pen or what you would use on these. I have them in the box. I'll probably just get rid of them because sometimes they get in the way of me. Sometimes I'll pull them out with my other cards and then there's nothing on them. So included is an instruction booklet explaining how to use the cards to help determine which archetypes are most active in your psyche and how they can lead you to achieve greater insights into your life. The deck is suitable to be used by itself in conjunction with Caroline's book Sacred Contracts or with any of her workshops and seminars. So yes, I do read them as what's going on in my own psyche, but however, sometimes I use them and it hits me as if there's somebody in my life that has this archetype, or I'm dealing with this kind of archetype from another source, not within myself. The cards and the guidebook are right here. The guidebook there's enough on the cards where you don't really feel like you have to get into the guidebook, but there is more than is on the cards in the guidebook. I will draw one after I go through them and just show you, I have highlights and stuff in here, but the cards, this card must have something sticky on it because yes, I'm in recovery, but I get this added card probably half of the time I use this deck. I pull this added card, which is crazy to me. Light attribute helps you recognize and confront addictive behavior. Shadow attributes compromises integrity, and honesty allows addictive pattern to have authority over your inner spirit. So this kind of to me, this is the devil card, which not good or bad. It's just raising awareness within yourself. But I get it so much. Even when I did a pull for my other channel, for my ASMR channel, it came up. It's always popping up for me. It's fine. I probably need it a little bit every day. Damsel. Destroyer. Healer. Father. I get this card a lot. Victim. Monk or nun. Martyr. Engineer. And I'll show you the back of the cards. I forgot to show you. Mystic. King. Rescuer. Student. Poet. Rebel. Fool. Midas, miser. Don Juan. I've got this one a few times too. I was like, wait, what? That one is probably one of the more bizarre ones for me to pull. Virgin. Warrior. Hero or heroine. Judge. Servant. Beggar, Angel, Child Wounded, Scribe, Priest, Saboteur. I've had this one a few times. Avenger, Child Eternal, Child Nature, Child Divine. So there was 3 childs in a row there. It's kind of weird that they're all together. Okay. Hermit, Goddess, Visionary. Kind of weird because the Goddess one, when my mom saw this card, she goes, "Oh, that's your sister." And I'm like, which one is me? Like, I don't even want to know what my mom would say which one is me. But yeah, she's like, "Oh, that's your sister." Like, okay, now which one's me, Mom? She probably would pick a very odd one for me. Trickster, Prince. This one came up in a reading I was doing for somebody else, and well, we'll say it ended up being the shadow attribute. Very shortly after we did the reading, it was realized, you know, sometimes you do a reading and it only takes like, you know, sometimes you do a reading and it's in the moment. Sometimes you do a reading and you're like, I don't know. And then a week later, you're like, oh my God. Advocate, Pioneer. I got that one just the other day. Networker, Lover, Liberator, Messiah, Mentor, Storyteller, Hedonist, Mother, Knight, Vampire, Teacher, Samaritan, Slave, Companion, Gambler, Detective. So, I mean, this is pretty complete. I don't see how they could ever add an expansion pack. Mediator, especially if it's based on, you know, something else. But Artist, obviously they gave you 6 blank cards because they think you might think of one, but I don't think I would ever think of another one. Shapeshifter, Bully, Prostitute. Also, no, like none of these cards are good or bad. They all have, you know, they're good at their light and their shadow on the card too. Queen. So you don't have to go through the work of memorizing and learning exactly what each of these cards, light attributes and shadow attributes, would be. You can just look on the card. Or you can use your intuition. But Alchemist, Athlete. I thought this was a good one. Dedication to, the light attributes are dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal willpower, spirit, and strength of spirit. Shadow attributes, misuse of athletic ability for selfish ends, false sense of invulnerability and entitlement. Orphan, child orphan, thief, seeker, exorcist, God, femme fatale, gossip, child magical, guide, and dilettante. I'm not sure how to say that. Okay. So just so you can see what's in the guidebook, I will shuffle and pull one. Sorry, my nose is getting stuffy for no reason. I just went in the bathroom and blew my nose like 20 minutes ago. It's just that time of year. It's 16 degrees here. Well, it's probably like 18 now because that was when I got to work. Okay. So we have Seeker. I have had this card before. Seeker. On the card it says, light attribute, thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. And the shadow attribute would be inability to commit to a path once found. So just like never-ending seeking. You're never satisfied. And let us see what's in the book. I believe they're alphabetical. Yes, they are alphabetical in here. We're almost to the S's. Scribe. Seeker. Wanderer, vagabond, nomad. And then there's 2 bullet points. May begin search with earthly curiosity, but it has at its core the pursuit of wisdom and truth wherever they're to be found. And then the other bullet would be the shadow side. Shadow seeker is the lost soul on an aimless journey without direction. Nomad or vagabond, disconnected from goals, emerges when the seeker becomes infatuated with the trappings of a practice or guru, but never actually changes underlying egocentricity. And then the little blurb at the bottom says, look for a lifetime pattern of constantly moving from one potential source of wisdom to truth or truth to another. So I guess they mean keep on seeking, to level yourself up, but don't be the eternal unsatisfied nomad. All right, that is the Caroline Myss, I think I'm saying that right, archetype deck. If you're still there, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will see y'all real soon.